beginning, what they were saying, I love this question, but what they were saying at the beginning is to find that time. And this is one of the things I've been writing. I always write before a session when I go into trance, but it's that tuning in, it's finding your time. So set sort of a routine. It's a bit like if you're doing a form of exercise or going to the gym. If you go to the gym once a month, you can't expect those results. And it's a bit like going to the psychic gym in the sense of connecting to your guides or connecting to your higher self. It's about something doing a regular practice. So, you know, the best time of day, personally myself, when I wake up in the morning, you know, I come to my office, I sit here, I do meditation. I do long meditations because I work in this profession, I do it every day. But just to set, even if it is 10-15 minutes where you can quieten the mind. So sometimes what happens is when people wake up, they're already dreading the day, like, oh, I've got to go to work, or oh, I've got to do this, oh, I've got to do that. So you're setting the day ahead of you, like you're fearing something, or you're lacking or not looking forward to something. So the idea is not to go there. The idea is to say, I'm going to set some time aside to myself, as in to meditate. And if you sometimes people, when you say meditation, they, oh no, I don't do that. Then set some time for yourself. So it's like looking at being with yourself for a moment in time. Back in the day, long time ago, I mean, I still teach this to my students, so looking at mindfulness. And also when I wake up every morning, I'm just grateful to be alive. My heart stopped a number of times over the years. I'm like, thank you, body, for seeing me through the night. And thank you, I've got another new day to wake up to. And I love hearing the birds. So I would suggest a lovely way of doing it is when you wake up, as in searching for something that the mind can feel happy or joyous about or positive about. Again, that word positive. For me, as I say, I hear the birds when I wake up. You know, Andrew will say, oh, those birds are making such a noise. And I mean, they're just chitter-chatting and celebrating the morning's woken up. You know, they might do that at 4 o'clock in the morning. But it's like, I look for something positive. So if there isn't the external birds, it's like the positive for me is that, I'm so pleased to be alive. My lungs are working, my heart's working, and I'm grateful to be here for another day. And I welcome whatever the day brings to me. Because every day I see it as a massive experiment. I see it as loads of lessons for me to learn. So I look forward to it rather than dreading it. And believe me, over years, I've had depression in the past and I dreaded waking up. So when I wake up, it's always like, I look forward to the day. And if I can hear the birds as well, I'm like, oh, can't wait to hear them. Can't wait to see them. Can't wait. I come out into my office. I came out at 4 o'clock the other morning and I sat outside and I was just taking in energy from the sun and nature around me. So with nature and connecting to it, it's a beautiful way of the body receiving this pure light energy. So in nature, there's this beautiful light energy that's there. We can just absorb into it. We're sponges. So the best thing is to do is to connect to nature. So whether it's like touching a tree, hearing the wind, seeing the green colors, seeing the sunshine, whatever it is, that's very good for grounding ourselves. So I would always suggest, like on waking, see what you can feel and hear and see around you, something that's going to bring you joy, make your heart smile. So to get into that practice, I then also suggest that connecting to your higher self or your guides, but I always suggest like get a journal, write something down. So you might write down a question, something you want the answer to, write it down on a piece of paper and then zone out. Don't think about it for a while, just tune in, asking, you know, your higher self to connect to you, or angels or the universe to connect to you. Let them come in. Start feeling the difference when you ask them to come in. I know at the moment you're attending the classes with me, so you're going to be doing more of that. And then as you're sitting there, by breathing in the energy, by breathing in light energy, you start to become aware, right, I'm going to find out the answer. Pen to paper, sometimes by putting the pen in your hand, just writing what comes in. You might hear something, you might feel something, you might think it's in your mind, which is absolutely fine. Write down what you think the answer is that comes to the surface. And the more you do this, this practice will help. We've got cards I'm going to be doing in a little while. Cards, you might want to get yourself oracle cards or something. Shuffle the cards every day. You know, again, I always do that. What's the message I need to hear today? What is it that I need to be more aware of? And then by the end of the day, I look at the card and go, oh yeah, I can see it now. But sometimes we need that, to sort of just those signs to sort of say, hey, come on, keep on track. And again, signs and messages, look out for those. Butterflies, if they're your thing. feathers from angels, are they your thing? Whatever it is, those double digits that come up, there's just that saying that the energy source, that you are tuned into the energy frequency, and that the universe is just saying, yeah, we've got your back, we're there for you. So it's about practice. You've got to do it every day. Again, if we go to the gym once a month, we're not going to see the benefits in our muscles, and it's the same thing. Okay, good, lovely.